My life. Hi. Okay, so I think let me check my mic. Let me be sure my mic is it's connected. I just wanted to be sure. I just wanted to be sure that my mic is connected so that I don't cry later on. Okay. So hi guys, welcome back to my live. My name is Ndubisi Oluchukwu Faith. I am a Nigerian living in Nigeria at the moment, right? And I'm a mental health counselor. And I'm currently in Nigeria. Doing my YouTube space where we talk about mental health and personal development. Okay, so we talk about mental health and personal development here. I am also on that journey, so we're just gonna grow together. We're just going to grow together. Okay, and for today, I want us to talk about different mental health disorders, the many different kind of mental health disorders out there. I want us to have that conversation. Okay, so I'm just going to dive right into it. The last time we spoke, that was yesterday, that I came on here, we talked about what mental health disorder was, what it is, and we discussed that it is a state of our mind per se, the long form of the whole big English. Let me adjust my light. Hold on. Hold on. Do you like this better? Oh well, just use. I think I liked it when it was whiter. What is this thing? Yeah. He wants to glass. Yeah. I think I like it more like this. Okay, so I was saying something. I was saying that the last time we spoke, we talked about the different types of. We're going to talk about different types of mental health disorder today, but the last time, that was yesterday, that we met, we talked about what mental health disorder was, what it means. We had a conversation about how do you know you found a good therapist or you found a good counselor, how do you know you found a bad one, right? That was yesterday. That was what we talked about yesterday, and today we are talking about the different type of mental health disorders. This is definitely not all there is to mental health disorders, but this is more like my neck, I'm tired, I need to rest, but because you all here are important, I'm going to be here. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the different types of mental health disorders out there. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is anxiety disorders, right? We know of anxiety, depression, and all of those stuff, but it is actually a group. It is actually grouped, like anxiety disorders is grouped into generalized anxiety disorder, right? Now, under this generalized anxiety disorder, we would see social anxiety, we would see panic disorder, we will see phobias, we will see post-traumatic disorder. Now, under social anxiety just means you find it very uncomfortable where people are. You are just very anxious, very conscious when you're with people. You get so social anxiety, you just don't, you have that, you feel your heart just races very fast whenever you're in a group of people or a multitude of individuals. Panic disorders, let's say you want to do something, or you want to try out something, maybe something you've not done before, or a big event, or something bad had just happened that you didn't like expect to happen. You just start panicking, you just start shaking, right? And mostly we have, I think every individual at some point in their life had experienced this panic disorder, like this has experienced panic. Let's not say disorder, right? But has experienced panic, even if it's at the littlest of form. What do I mean? You know that feeling where you do something bad, right? And you just know you've been caught. Do you understand that feeling, that thing there, that's panic. It becomes a disorder when it cannot be controlled, when it is just blowing up, right? That's when it becomes a disorder. We have phobias, a lot of phobias out there. There is the phobia to talk to a camera, phobia of crowd, the fear of death, the fear of death, the fear of not fulfilling your purpose, the fear of heights, the fear of fish, there's so many phobias, the fear of failure, the fear of academics, the fear of death, the fear of light. There's so many forms of phobias out there, and it's also classified under anxiety disorder, right? Then we have the post-traumatic disorder. Now, post-traumatic disorder is mostly occurs when something had happened, an event, or yes, majorly an event or an experience that had happened maybe to you, that you've heard, maybe to you in your growing up, your early childhood stages, and even up to now that you are a child. Thank you so much for the thumbs up, I really appreciate. Even so, even now that you are a child, right, it's still a major part of your life that you just can't let go. I once had a client that we were having a conversation while we were talking. After much interview and conversations, we got to discover that this client of mine, this client I was talking to, had experienced something growing up, right? An event, attempted rape by her own cousin, right? And till now, she's so afraid of going to visit her family members. You know how it's Christmas season, it's Christmas very soon. On Thursday is Christmas, and everybody wants to go home, spend time with family. But she's not going home, not because of work, not because she has a lot of things to do, but because she's afraid. And I do understand that she wants to protect herself and protect her peace. That too is very understandable, but it is making her lose out on life, or living out the best life ever. Now, when she's in a situation or a place that looks anything like the environment she had found herself in when that thing happened in her childhood, right, she just freaks out. She just cannot function. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Now, this traumatic event had happened before. It had happened years, weeks back, and it is still affecting the course of her life, or his or her life, right? Depending, no matter who you are, this case had happened, this thing had happened, and it is still affecting the course of your life even till today. It's affecting the way you see people, it's affecting the way you communicate, it's affecting your relationship with people. That event needs to be handled. And something about trauma doesn't just go away. Now, when you experience something traumatic, if a lady is being raped, robbed, abused, a lady or a guy, because recently guys are also being raped a lot, but if a lady or anybody had been violated or had been abused, experienced abuse, or neglected, or just went through something traumatic in their lifetime, in their growing up stages, their formative stages of life, there is a tendency that even when they go into adults, 25 years, 20 years, 30, 35, 45, 50, 60, right? These events that had happened 30 years back, 25 years back, 10 years back would still be affecting the course of their life. It would change their perspective about life. Okay, let me give. Yes, some family do have weird yes, you're right. Some family do have really weird traditions that doesn't just make sense. That's true. You're very right about that one. Some family have weird. Okay, yes, you're right. Some families have very weird traditions, right? And it just does not make any sense. And those events too could lead to trauma. It could traumatize the person because, okay, let me give you my own personal story first of all, that I think I'm still working on healing, not in terms of the family traditions and everything, right? But that was, I think, around September. That was September of this month, of this year, 2025. I had gone out of home for a while, and I was lying down in my bed, ready, all cuddled in, ready to go to sleep, and I heard a sound, right? I heard a sound in my room. I on my torch only to see a snake in my room. Oh God, I ran. I so ran. I had to go and call people. They helped me. They killed the snake and everything. But even when I came back home, you see, as I am home now, that event traumatized me. Even now that I am home, I'm safe. I know I am safe, but still, I am still very watchful. I can't sleep without. I don't even try to sleep without lights. My light to be on. That event had traumatized me. Do you get? And it's a form of anxiety. It's a form of anxiety disorder because that thing was not funny. I had to go back there, I think a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I did not agree. Oh, me never. That's something like that is a post-traumatic disorder. The event had happened, but it is still affecting it is affecting my life in living in that environment, right? Now, to people that have been neglected or have been abused or have been exposed to certain traditions that just does not make sense. Now, to these people, associating with people or talking with people or even living life generally would be hard. So they would need help, they would need counseling, they would need therapy to like work, maybe cognitive restructuring, to like work on the mind, and bring them to a place where they can function. It's more like a help. They have to be the person to take the journey actually, but it gives the help that they need to like just keep going forward. So before I go into the next one, which is mood disorders, if you have any question you want to ask or something you want me to talk about, just let me know in the chat and I would talk about it. Okay? All right. So if you have anything you want me to talk about, just let me know, or you have a question, I'm going to answer that question. All right. So going on, we are going to talk about mood disorders. Now, these are disorders that affect our mood. It affects our mood. It affects. Hi Lizzie, how are you doing? Hi. It affects our mood. It affects our moods throughout life. The first one is major depressive disorder. Now, major depressive disorder, right? Now we have different forms of depression. Let me just briefly touch that part. We have different forms of depression. We have postnatal. Hello. We have postnatal depression. We have postnatal and antenatal, postnatal and prenatal depression. We have major or psychotic depression. We have seasonal depression. This one comes in seasons. Maybe birthdays. Some people also call it birthday blues. Some people call it birthday sadness. No, birthdays. The weather. Good evening. Good evening. I'm a counselor, actually, not a nurse. I'm a counselor. I'm a mental health counselor. Okay, so we have seasonal depression, right? This has to do with seasons or seasons of life. It could be birthdays, it could be anniversaries, it could be the weather. It could be summer, spring, winter. This one comes with the weather, with the environment, and then we have. I think that's the three that I can really talk about right now. The three major the types of depression, right? And then in these types of depression, there is, yes, it does happen actually. People can be depressed in days that are supposedly should be their best days, maybe because they don't feel like they have gotten to where they want to be in life. You get? So most people feel bad, feel unachieved, feel unsuccessful because they've not gotten to where they wish they would be at. I don't know if you get it, Lizzie. So yes, it could cause depression for some people. I know a friend that his father died on his birthday. Do you understand? Yeah, so it's like a lot for him. Whenever it is his birthday like this, he just getting close to his birthday, he just starts, this man is dead, he died, my father died, that kind of thing. So it's just ruined that birthday for him. And during those seasons, he just enters a month, 2 months, 2 weeks, he just enters into that space, right? But I'm going to briefly. Oh, Veta here. All right, nice to meet you, nurse. Nice to meet you. Okay, so during that season of life, or during that period of life, I'm going to let you know some symptoms you could, like, when you see, you most likely know that, okay, this person might be suffering from depression. One is increased or less sleep. If it's a person that likes sleep, now the person cannot sleep again. There is something there. Or if it's a person that doesn't like sleep, but now the person is just sleeping up and down, right? The second way you could, second symptom is change in activities. Let's say something the person just derives joy from doing. Oh, thank you so much. I really do. Veta Care. Did I pronounce that right? Veta Care. Thank you so much. Oh, this is so thoughtful. Thank you so much, Veta Care. I am so grateful. I'm really so grateful. All right. So the second symptom is activities, loss of drive to do certain activities that this person would usually love to do, right? There is just this, let's say the person likes to hang out, meet friends, and suddenly this person is no more available, always wanting to be left alone, or this individual is someone whom would usually love to go out, hang out, but now the person is just so all withdrawn, all not interactive. And if the person is somebody that is always on their own and recently is over happy, you need to watch that person very well, because something I've also noticed is when people that are depressed or going through mental breakdowns, right, when they want to just end it and end their life, or Yes, it does. Sometimes it happens, yes. When people that just want to end their lives, they just want to spend time with people. So they take time. So when you see these changes, either way, when a person just becomes somebody they are not again, you need to watch that. Lizzie, you said yes, that sometimes it happens, but when it is happening for more than 2 weeks, that's an issue. More than like 14, up to 14 days. If you notice these characters, this behavior for up to 14 days, that person may be depressed. You get? So that's the timeline to observe. It is okay for you to have low moods. It's normal. It's not every day somebody will be shouting. No, it's not every day. Some days you just want to be left alone, and that is very understandable. But when it becomes a thing that you do consistently, when it is not something that you normally do, like, nah, that's there is something wrong somewhere. Okay. Then the third thing is loss of appetite or increase in appetite. The person is just gulping food down, like throwing up food. Yes, after 2 weeks of manifestation, yes, it has to have happened for 2 weeks. We've tracked it, taking record of it, and this thing has happened consistently for 2 weeks. Then the person is depressed. Okay. Now, increase or decrease in eating styles. How does this person eat? You now see somebody that don't used to like food, now is throwing in anything inside the mouth, or somebody that loves food but now doesn't have the appetite to eat anymore. So when you see these things, I would highly suggest, if you're friends, I would suggest you try to talk with this person. If this person is not opening up to like have a conversation with you, refer the person to a clinical psychologist, to a counselor, to a therapist. You can refer the person to me. I'm a counselor, okay? I'm a mental health counselor. You can refer the person to me. And there are also counseling services that offer counseling services. Okay, I think you sent a message, but you deleted it. I didn't see it. I didn't see the message you sent. But send it back if you want me to see it. All right. So I was saying something. Yes, I was saying when oh yes, there are also other platforms that offer free that offer free counseling. Someone like Lizzie, I didn't get you. Someone like what? I didn't get you. There are also outlines, right, or organizations that offer free counseling. I know of Cyberboo, I know of Talk Mental Health, and then there is me, right? I think what most of them do is the first session, few of them, the first session is free, and then maybe subsequent sections you could pay like 10,000, 5,000, depending on the organization you go to. But if you know someone that is depressed, someone that just wants someone to talk to, or you just want to rant, or you just want someone to open up to and have a conversation with the person, you can always reach out to me. I'm a mental health counselor here in Nigeria. Yes. Okay, so if you find yourself, Lizzie, so if you find yourself having these symptoms I had talked about before, I really think you should reach out to me. If you do, like if you've had other symptoms, if you had other symptoms other than what I had just, like, apart from this way you are eating, if there were other symptoms like the ones I had listed, right? If you're experiencing things like that, I really think you should reach out to me. We could just have a cool talk about that. Okay, so yeah, I'm just leaving it out there. And if you want to know more about, like, to really like look into it and see, you could go through my videos. I have a video where I talked very well about symptoms of depression and how to know when a person is hiding it. Yes, that's very important. So, and how to know when a person is trying to hide it. So, I also made that video. So, you most likely, I would really love it if you would like subscribe to my video and then check out that video and reach out to me. You can feel free to reach out to me. We can have a conversation, right? I offer the first section free. The first 50 minutes is absolutely free. So if you want to have a conversation with me, if you want to have a section with me or a consultation, just to know if I'm a good fit or if you like my vibe or that kind of thing, so you can do that. Reach out to me on Instagram and we will talk. And okay guys, see, I want to leave this. This is side everything we are talking about. Do you guys think I should add my since I'm offering the first session free, do you think I should add my link, the link for people to like reach out to me easily and reach out to me easily and like apply for therapy? Because the first one is free, the subsequent ones that are being paid for. What do you guys think? Just tell me what you think. Yeah, if you are for real, just say yes or no, so I would really like know what I'm doing. If that's let me see. Yes, people do that too. They go to the extent of afflicting pain on themselves as well, just to distract their brain from things. Yes. And I also talked about healthy coping mechanisms, for healthy coping skills on my YouTube channel. Yes, I talked about healthy coping skills, 25 coping skills that would really help. You could do that. You can also reach out to me if you want, right? So I'm leaving that out there. But let me know what you would think. Do you think I should add my link so that when people just want to reach out, instead of meeting me on Instagram, they could just okay, it's on my WhatsApp, like it's on my profile. My Instagram is on my profile. All right, Lizzie, you're asking how. Okay, but it causes so much pain. How does it distract? One of the major ways how do I do this? When you cut yourself, Lizzie, you can hear me, right? When you cut yourself here, or you have an injury no, let's be practical. Let's say someone hurts you, someone broke your heart. I don't know if you're a girl or if you're a guy, but I think Lizzie should most likely be a lady, a fine girl. Okay, so let's say someone breaks your heart, right? And the pain is happening inside. You're not seeing it in your body. You're not you can't pinpoint where it is happening, but the pain is happening inside your heart. Now, most people, what they do in order to relieve the pain that is going on inside of them, cut themselves physically. Sometimes at the wrist here. Sometimes they bite themselves. Sometimes they intentionally bump into things so that they could see blood. Like, be so intentional about that, so that the brain is distracted from the pain happening inside and starts feeling this one. You get? So that's how it happens. But there is other healthy ways an individual can like distract the brain from feeling pain inside. The first way I talked about is dancing. If you go to my video, I have a video on that on my channel where I talked about 25 coping skills. You will see it there. Dance. Dance. See, when you dance, that pain gonna go. Put on music, dance. I love dancing actually. I'm not a very good dancer, but I like to shake my body. So dance as much as you can. Move your body around whenever you remember. That's one. Two, the second thing you could do is paint your nails. If you're always like, what's the word? Paint your nails if you're always What's your question? I didn't see your question, my dear. I didn't see your question. Is it the one of how would you interact with me? I didn't see your question. No, I didn't see your question. I didn't see your question. Except where's the question, please? I didn't see your question. Okay. I didn't see it. So the question I didn't see. All right. So if you have a habit of inflicting pain on yourself, like you have a habit of causing yourself pain, go and paint your nails. Sit down, I think one of these days I'm going to do that. Come on live here and paint my nails in front of everybody. Paint your nails, right? Paint your nails. So Veta care. If the question you're talking about is how can you connect with me, I said my Instagram link is on my WhatsApp. Like my Instagram link is on my profile, so you could just go there and chat me up on Instagram. I would respond to you. You get? So it's on Instagram and we can talk from there. Yeah, you can do that. Or you can send me an email too. It's on my profile. But if it's another question, please let me know and I would respond. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Paint your nails. The next thing you could do is cook. I, for one, I don't like cooking, at least for myself, but I love to cook for other people, so I do that for other people. Yeah, so if you love cooking, by all means, cook, put in your freezer, cook, make as many meals as possible. Then the next coping skill I think would always come in handy is reading the alphabet backwards, like Z, Y, X, like that. Go backwards or do numbers. You could go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Right? When you try to count backwards, your brain has to stop to think. Your brain will stop to think about the next thing you need to say. But if you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, your brain knows what is coming next. But once you do it backwards, your brain would have to distract itself from whatever it is feeling to start understanding and like reading and going towards another direction. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. And so far, if you're enjoying staying with me, please give me a thumbs up so that more people will see this video. I am yet to see your chat on Instagram. Once I see your chat on Instagram, I am going to respond. I'm yet to see it on Instagram. So when you chat me up on Instagram, we'll talk. So if this video, like if you're really having a good time spending time with me, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up so that they know that this Nigerian girl is trying. Oh, Veta care. I think you're doing a very good job. All right, so the next thing so I think that's about it. But if you want to really know more about if you really need like more assistance on mental health, so you just go through my channel. I think I made 1 or 2 videos. I even talked about the eldest daughter syndrome, and I am going to make another video of the youngest child syndrome and the middle child syndrome, all of these things. I'm going to also talk about that, and it's going to be a full-blown conversation. I'm always here by 9 p.m. You will see me 9 p.m. on the dot. I'll be here and we'll talk mental health and personal development issues. Now, let me go back to my books while we let me go back to my book while we continue. If you have any question, just ask me your questions and then I will respond. Okay, so I'm going to give like a few seconds to see if some questions will come in. If a question comes in, I will handle it. If no question comes in, I will just move on from there. So do you have any question you want to ask based on what we've talked about, or there is something else up, like there's mental health or personal growth related, personal development related, that you want us to have a conversation about, and we'll just have a conversation about it. So I'm waiting. Anything? I'm actually giving time to know if any questions will come in, but it's not looking like people has questions for me. Don't mind me. I'm trying to. These people are giving me notification that my data is about to. Yeah, so I'm trying to see if I can buy. And I think this is one of the things they don't tell you about being a content creator, that you'll be buying data. Okay. King Face, thank you so much for joining. We are talking about mental health issues, related issues. That's what we are talking about. So if it's something that interests you, you can stay. If it's not, it's fine for you to go. That's okay as well. I was just waiting for them to ask me questions on mental health, if they had a question about the things we've talked about for a while. From coping skills to the different types of mental health disorders and stuff. So if it's something that interests you, feel free to stay. If not, it's okay, you can go. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I was talking about major depressive disorder, then bipolar disorder, persistent depressive disorder, right? The next thing is psychotic disorder. This is where schizophrenia and being delusional enters, right? Then we have neurodevelopmental disorders. This has to do with when the development of the brain. Let's leave it at that. Yes, I'm Igbo. I'm an Igbo girl. I'm an Igbo girl from Anambra State. I'm an Igbo girl. Yes, I am. So the way you just fished me out from my language, the way I'm speaking. It is Shasasa. Are you an Igbo person? King Face, are you Igbo? Because the way you just identified me. But yes, I'm Igbo. Yes, I'm Igbo. All right. So back to what I was talking about, right? Now, neurodevelopmental disorder. This is where the autism spectrum comes in. The attention deficit disorder, the attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. We have the ADHD, right? And then the intellectual disabilities, where people's brains or their neuro has to do with the brain development, that's neuro. And whenever you hear neuro, that's what they're talking about, the brain, how the brain is developed, whether it is developed or is not developed, right? So the brain, that's just what neuro is about. So in this neurodevelopmental disorder, we have autism, we have ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and then we have intellectual disabilities, where people find it hard to be intelligent. They find it hard to be intelligent, and this could just show up in different ways: difficulty in pronouncing certain words, difficulty in understanding, in writing, in reading, in assimilating, in recognition in, yeah. So that's also part, that's a form of disorder. Then we have the eating disorders, we have being eaten and the rest. Then we have personality disorders, where we have the borderline personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder, and the narcissist personality disorder. This king face, yeah, you're trying to bring out the Igbo girl in me, but no, I'm from Queen's English. All right, so we have the narcissist personality disorder. The next thing we will talk about is, hi Veta, you're back. Hello, have you sent me a message on Instagram? Veta Care, have you sent me a message on Instagram? Have you? So what am I responding to? What do you want me to respond to? I don't know the question you asked. I don't know what to respond to. You said I should respond to your question. Which one? I'm not seeing any question. What's the question? Yes. What? Yes, we can. We can work together. We can. Okay, so how do you need my help? I'm waiting. How do you need my help? That's what I said. Just check my profile and chat me up on Instagram. I definitely cannot give up my number here. So not at the moment. I need to have a personal conversation with you first. I can't introduce you to my audience. I need to have a conversation with you first. You get? So just chat me up on Instagram and we'll talk. Is that okay? All right, so then to the trauma stress, okay, no problem. When you do that, once I'm done with the live, I'll come on and we'll talk. Okay. All right, trauma stress related disorder here as well. PTSD enters as well. Acute stress disorder, and then adjustment disorder. Right, this has to do with how people cope with stress, how people handle stress. Some people are not so good with stress, so stress will deal with people, right? Some people are not so good with stress, so most times it just affects the way they live their life, or the let's just say the way they live their life and the quality of life that they're able to live, right? So I think with that, everything I had written out there here is done. Once again, let me introduce myself. My name is Ndubisi Oluchukwu Faith. I am a mental health counselor here in Nigeria, and I offer mental health care services here in Nigeria. Okay, and if you want to reach out to me, you can do that via my Instagram. It's on the profile. My Instagram is on the profile, so you can easily just do that and we could have a conversation from there, or send me an email. I always respond to my emails, right? I definitely cannot give up my number here. I would have done that, but I don't think that's wise. Okay, so nope, I'm not doing that. So you can always reach me, and like I said before, I made other videos. I've made other videos talking about mental health, talking about coping skills. I've talked about coping skills as well. I've talked about how do you know you have depression. I've had that conversation, and maybe tomorrow I'm going to talk about the different types of addictions, right? I think that's going to be a good place to like start from. We're going to talk about different types of addictions, right? From phone addiction, pornography addiction and just how to like overcome them, or we talk about personal development, either of the two, because I'm all about mental health and personal development, right? Growing, evolving, becoming, changing. That's just what I'm about, and that's something that I think we should talk about. So I think we are 45 minutes into the live, and I'm actually done with everything that I want to talk about. So, except if someone has a question, they could just ask. And yeah, okay, so let me just quickly do a recap of everything we've talked about. We talked about different types of mental health related disorders, right? We said we have the anxiety disorder, we said we have the mood disorders, we have the anxiety disorders. This is where social anxiety comes in, panic disorder, phobias, post-traumatic disorders. You find them all here. Then we have the mood disorders, right? We have the mood disorders. Under mood disorders, you would see major depressive disorder, bipolar. You would see persistent depressive disorder. You will see psychotic disorder, where you see the schizophrenia and stuff. You will see neurodevelopmental disorder like autism, the autism spectrum, the ADHD, intellectual disabilities, eating disorders, personality disorders, and last but not the least, trauma and stress related disorders, right? I think that's just it. And yesterday we talked about define what mental health is. What is mental health? We identified that mental health is the state of a person's mind, the state of a person's emotional mind, the state of a person's social mind, the state of a person's intellectual mind. Everything that doesn't have to do with the physical, that's your mental. As long as it has to do with your brain, your mind, the state of your mind. Yeah, that's what mental health is all about. And why is it not working? Why is it not working? Okay, leave me your Instagram handle. Let me chat you up. Put your Instagram handle now. Let me chat you up myself. Veta Key, I'm waiting for you to leave your Instagram handle so I can chat you up. And she has. Veta Key, I'm waiting for you. Okay, she's not here anymore. Anyways, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And Vitaki, I really tried. I want to go off the live now. All right, bye guys. I'll see you tomorrow by 9 p.m. Take care.